Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Realnesss and Couch Potato Queens Align for our Sunday week in review. So how are you doing, Josh, for our Sunday recap?
Our Sunday fun day.
Sunday fun day.
I'm so excited to talk more Big Brother because, come on, it's our live, Chantele. We always talk Big Brother everything. So
every day, for sure.
BB all day.
Absolutely. And it's been a great season to be doing so. Like, what I've been thinking lately is I'm like, man, like, we're going to have to, like, if I get on the season next season in Canada, like, we're going to have to, like, step it up a notch because this has been a great season to follow. And I don't, like, anybody that wins, I'll probably be happy, especially if it's Tiffany or Claire. And it's just been so great to follow along. People playing the game, people wanting to win. Something that I'm a little bit annoyed about is the fact that Whitney seems to be throwing in the towel here. I'm just like, do you know how many people's dream it is to be in this game? And you're like, oh, if I can go back and see my kids early. I get it. You have kids and you love them and you want to see them. But securing a future for them is also really great too, you know? So those are my thoughts.
I hate when people are throwing in the towel. But I will tell you, as of update today, I think Whitney is trying to, I think she's going to go to Christian today. I'm not sure to see if he'll put someone else off. But, like, I feel like the only person that could be a target right now can't be a target, and that's Sarah Beth right now. Sarah Beth is becoming, like, the target right now by Tiffany. You know how Tiffany does it. She spins those webs, and that person becomes the target. So
absolutely. So we got people hanging out with us. We have Ben and we have Antharella. Hello. Hi, Jess. Hello. Steven's back with us.
Hi, guys.
Alex. I need to have a Sarah Beth moment right now. I'm like, where are you?
Where are you at? I don't get it.
Like, no joke. Where are you?
Alex has been a little MIA. Alex will be coming back soon. Alex.
Oh my God, so you're over 700. That's amazing. You're at 701. Awesome.
701. We're at 701. We need 200 and what is that? 299 subscribers.
It says right here.
So there we go. If you're not subscribing, guys, make sure to subscribe to Couch Potato Queens. We could use all the love we can get. So let's do it.
Alex, this is just giving you more material. I want you to be doing more impersonations. So get on here now and do one for us about Sarah Beth and the Crossfires. Please.
Alex is not even the one that said it. It was Chantele. I'm just saying. Alex, I don't think understands that our fans love her more than me. The fans love Alex more than they love myself. So they need to see more of Alex.
Hi, Linda. I mean, I really would like Tiffany to win, but people might get wind that Tiffany is on the path to winning. So I don't know if they'll let her win. So just saying. Hello, Eddie. Everybody. I'm at a rehearsal, but I'll see y'all Thursday. Fine.
Do your thing, Alex.
Hi, BB. Thanks for joining us as well. So what has been going on in these last couple days here? Dolores is here too. Hello.
Hi, Dolores. Okay, so the last time we saw each other on Friday, we found out that Claire won the wild card. We didn't know specifics of what it was, but apparently she was offered to either have her whole team safe for 1 week or herself safe until jury. And she chose to give herself safety until jury, which I think was a smart choice for her. And I don't think it's going to give her any bad blood with anybody because she knows Tiffany and Kyland are in really good positions right now. And neither of them are going to be targets, I don't think, in the pre-jury this round or next round. I don't think she thinks it's going to happen. Also, exactly. So Claire made the right decision for her. Now she is in this spot now where she can either make or break her game. This really is either going to decide, is Claire going to be someone that makes it far in the game or someone who goes early jury? And I think it's how she plays the social game for herself over the next few rounds of safety, which will show where she goes in the game.
Well, I don't think that Claire is the best socially, but I think she's one of the best strategically. Mm-hmm. So I think that she might play off to people, take me to final two. I got safety. I didn't have to worry for a couple of weeks. Nobody's going to pick me. Nobody's going to allow me to win because they're not going to necessarily respect the fact that I wasn't eligible to be evicted for 2 full weeks. So I think that she will use this to her advantage to make it look like she's not a competitive threat, and then maybe win out during the end comps if they're similar to how we know them to be, with it being stuff really BB game, like the season related. So I think that she's going to be fine. I think that it's actually better for her that she won the wild card, for the fact that Tiffany doesn't have to worry about letting her go with her plan. It's like, if Sarah Beth goes, then I'll let Claire go. And so she's not going to be part of that narrative anymore. She's going to at least get to jury, and from jury, she might be able to make some moves and take out some of the cookout, even though she doesn't really know that the cook are working together.
So do you know what I think is going to happen? I think Tiffany's going to try and get Claire to win and have Claire do Tiffany's dirty work for her against the cookout. I think Tiffany is going to try and get Claire to win and target Xavier and Kyland. I don't think it's happened yet. They're not talking about it happening yet. But knowing Tiffany and how she plays the game, she can't touch those 2 boys, and she knows those 2 boys are going to be her biggest competition in this game. So I bet you she's going to use Claire as like her to do her dirty work. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I think is going to happen. Because I think that Tiffany wants to, for the fact that it's such a monumental season with the amount of people of color and Black people specifically in one season, in one house together, that getting to the final 6 together would just be, and having potentially a person of color winning the game, which a Black person has never won Big Brother US. So they want to make that happen, but it's not the best game strategy for Tiffany to win specifically. And so I think that if she wants some help winning, she's going to need to take out some of those cookout people, but it can't be her, because she doesn't want to be completely canceled by like an entire community in the United States.
Exactly. She doesn't want to be that at all.
Do you want to recognize, though, that Sophie here is, I think she's implying that we are the models here of America's Next Top Models. Well, thank you. I'm wearing a Fenty lippy, you know.
Okay. I'm not wearing anything lippy, but I did model yesterday, guys. So, hey, holler.
Got Douglas here as well. Thanks for joining. Make sure you subscribe to both our channels, please. Yes. Tiffany definitely deserves it a lot. I'd say the Queens team in general have been playing the most without having the most amount of power. They've only had Kylan have an HOH, and they still are very influential in how the season has been going so far. So I think that Queens are very, very powerful.
I'm telling you that Tiffany has legendary status written all over her. She's the only one this season that I'm like, Tiffany could be someone we talk about forever, for like timelessly. Like Tiffany has that potential right now of how she plays. It just depends if she can't overplay too much. She's got to do it right. But Tiffany does it so well.
Question. Okay, so BB is asking, why was Claire allowed to play in the veto when she's already safe? Is she allowed to play in head of household? Is she allowed to play in veto? Yeah. She's still allowed to play in everything. She just can't be nominated.
She can compete in comps. She's allowed to compete in comps, but she can't cast a vote to evict. That's how it is. She is not allowed to cast an eviction vote. She is allowed to win competitions. She's definitely allowed to play in veto because she played in this last veto. I don't know about HOH, but I'm pretty sure she can compete in it next week.
I mean, I think that's what made Netta's game, like, it was great that she can make it all the way to jury, but like the fact she wasn't able to compete in anything, was she? I can't remember actually now.
I think she was allowed to compete because remember she won HOH one week, and that's why people started hating her because who did she try to get out? Was Cassandra, right? Or was it Gary? I think it was Cassandra. She won HOH to take out Cassandra, and then America like turned on Netta on that season.
Ooh, I still actually like Netta because like when I heard more about what happened with like people claiming that she was bullying Cindy, that they were actually having a banter back and forth, but they only showed the Netta side of it. And so it looked as though like Netta was doing a lot worse, but Cindy was firing shots as well. So I feel like the editing did Netta a little bit dirty there in that season. But anyways, my point being is that sometimes when people are granted safety for a long period of time, it allows them to be like a target at the end, especially if they haven't been able to win any comps or like get any other additional power. So hopefully she can win some power so she can still be steering the narrative of the game instead of just being like sitting there, sitting pretty, doing nothing till jury. And then everybody's like, okay, time for you to go. So I think she's going to do fine with it. I actually don't mind that she was allowed to play in the veto. I like that she still can participate. She's just not eligible to be evicted and can't vote. I like that.
No, I'm good with it, and I'm happy Claire got that spot because we have a super fan, a true super fan that's definitely making it to jury, and I am happy with that. Once someone makes it to jury, I'm okay with it because usually people that make jury mean they're memorable, mean they can potentially come back again. I mean, some people from pre-jury have, but it's rare. But like making the jury in this means someone that will remember, and people will remember, so you can talk about them with casual fans, and they'll know who they're talking about.
Hi, Sandy. Thanks for joining us as well. Alex, listen, you are missed over here, so get over here. I know you're at rehearsal. I get it. I get it.
Oh
I get it.
I had
people. Tiffany wants to use Christian as her weapon and shield. They have a very good relationship. Absolutely. I don't think that Tiffany is going to come to Christian. I don't really see Tiffany getting any power anytime soon because she doesn't know who to use it on. I don't think she's kind of run out of potential people to, to aim at. So I think that she's going to allow everybody else to do her dirty work for her, essentially.
Okay. Very nice.
What?
It's just what Sophie said. She'd rather have Alex and Chantele on here than me, so I'm not even rude.
It's not nice. Not nice. Not nice. We're not sure, Stephen, here, if she's allowed to compete in head of household. It's not clear.
Sure. We'll find out tonight, though. Episode.
So hope they do a comic book challenge. Can't wait to see Derek F do it. Oh, well, I don't think, will he get that far?
Yeah, I think Derek F, a lot of people in the house now are saying Derek F is giving Josh vibes. Not me, Josh, but Josh Martinez from season 19. I see it very much so. I could see Derek F being the GOAT that gets to the end, potentially wins, depending who he's against. Because
he was pissed when that was being said.
Yeah, it's true, and he knows it's a deep burn because he knows it's true.
He was pissed because of the fact that he's a winner and he doesn't want people to be looking at him as a threat. And so and he's like, well, I haven't been doing any pots and pans or anything like that. And like, so he's like, didn't want people to compare him to Josh because Josh is a winner and he doesn't want people to like look at him as somebody that they need to get out because he might win.
Yeah, I think Derek F, he's just comical now. I don't like Derek, but like I'm okay with him. I can tolerate him as long as he doesn't get any power. I'm okay. If the second he gets the HOH, I'm gonna be like, cancel him, get him out of here.
I mean, I don't know if he's gonna win anything. So it seems like the veto comp. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, the veto. Oh, do you know what the veto comp was?
It's like a bowling type veto comp where they had to run back and grab the ball, I believe. In a certain amount of time.
Bowl Arena was last.
It wasn't Bowl Arena, but it was something similar to that, like running and grabbing balls or something that are like throwing balls and running.
Yeah, it was something with running. Yeah, I noticed that it was like a running challenge, and Claire was talking about like she couldn't do it because it was running, and running's not her thing, and all that. So
yeah, I don't know if it was like throwing a ball somewhere and running and catching the ball and then throwing it again or rolling it. I'm not sure what it is. Sorry, I called you by accident. That's probably my thing.
It's like, oh, someone messed you.
No, I just pressed it by accident on my phone. So some sort of ball running and throwing and something very, very Christian like is going to win it. He has a great stamina. He's great at aiming. It seems like he's pretty well rounded in these competitions so far. He's won almost all the competitions that he's wanted to win except for one. Only one head of households that he tried to win and he didn't win. Everything else he threw a head of household competition, and then every other competition he played in, he won, except for the part 3 or the part 2 in the original head of household, and his team let him down there. He solved that puzzle first. So he is a force to be reckoned with, and I know that Tiffany wants to keep him around as a shield, but I'm wondering if that's going to be making it more difficult for him to get out later.
So I was just thinking about this. Christian is going to be a huge threat to the cookout. He's going to be a huge threat to everyone. They would be smart to get rid of him next week. And a lot of people have, now at this point in time, it's kind of like after the veto goes, it's not kind of obvious that Whitney's most likely going to leave this week. So now they're starting to think about next week, and no one's really bringing up Christian right now. They should be. They were bringing up Alyssa. Now they're bringing up Sarah Beth because of Tiffany. But Christian is the challenge beast. He's the Janelle right now. He is the threat to the cookout right now because he could win all these comps.
Well, he's won like 5 out of 7 competitions, I think. It's only been 4 weeks and he's still won 5 competitions so far. So that's beyond impressive. Some people don't win 5 in the whole season, and we're only a third of the way through. So he's definitely a challenge beast, and I would be terrified of him. But I can see why Tiffany might want to keep him there, because he's always going to be a target in front of her. So he's going to be the meat shield that people are always looking for. And he's not coming for her. So he will take out people that she might want to go that she can't do. I think it is good for Tiffany to have her final 4 with her. I think it's her, Claire, Tiffany, and Alyssa is one of her final 4s, which I think is a good idea for her.
I think that I'm not, here's the thing. I don't hate Alyssa and Christian. I don't dislike them. I'm cool with them. I kind of want them both to make jury because I think Alyssa is a really good player in the game. I think Alyssa is really strategic. I think she has potential to do very well. So I'm here for that showmance. I can't believe I'm saying that. I don't hate them. I usually hate the showmances. But I honestly would be okay with like Sarah Beth being targeted next week. I hate to say that. Sorry, Alex. But I think Sarah Beth is kind of like all over the place lately. She kind of is like, what's going on with Sarah Beth right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think with Sarah Beth, I really want to root for her, but I want to understand why she has such a narrow-minded focus on Hannah being evicted from the game. Like, I understand that maybe if you want her gone over Whitney, fine, for whatever reason, but she's just like, it has to be Hannah. She's coming for me. And like, I haven't seen why yet. And so it's making me think that Sarah B is less of a strategic player because she's just like going all in on one person and just like using all of her social capital for just pushing it on Hannah, and she's not going to go home. So I don't know why she's like actually making herself a target for Hannah to come after her now. So it's just, it's very bizarre, but I do think that Hannah is decently set up with the fact that Kyland is her final 2. I think I think she's actually a better player than Alyssa. So I think that she might be able to get herself out of this mess. And she's proven to be capable in competition. So I'm not sure how things are going to go. I don't want Sarah B to be targeted, but I want to understand why she's so against Hannah.
It doesn't make sense to me. Like, what did Hannah do to her? She's almost like Hannah's been throwing competitions and Hannah's been doing this. Like, it's like hardcore. Like, why out of the gate? She's not an aggressive player. I thought she was really tame and like under the radar. And then all of a sudden she's showing that she's aggressive. It's shown Tiffany. Now Tiffany has a theory that Sarah Beth could be like America's player, right now, which I think is so ridiculous. They haven't done an America's player. I mean, well, they did it in season 16. They had the Team America thing. But I don't think America's player is a twist they would ever do again because it kind of like rigged the game. It kind of, with season 8, it really did. Like, if there was no America's player in season 8, Evil Dick, I don't think would have even made jury. If there wasn't. No, final 9. So Evil Dick would have been the first juror.
Yeah, I mean, who knows how things would have shaken out. I think that they would bring back America's player because they like interfering and giving America a vote, just as they do in Canada. So I wouldn't actually be surprised if they decide to bring that out now just to show the house guests like who's popular, who's not. We haven't had the opportunity to vote in a little while. And so I can understand why Tiffany thinks that Sarah Beth is being so bad right now that like it must be that she's on a mission because it doesn't make any sense why she's pushing for Hannah to go out. It's like, unless she's like making some money off of it. So it's hilarious though that like Tiffany's such a super fan that she's like this is part of her thought process that it might be a possibility just because she's acting so poorly right now.
Mhm.
So Caitlin wants to know, who do we think is the bigger threat, Christian or Alyssa? Because Alyssa has common sense and can think game, while Christian can win helicomps.
Good question. They're both really big threats in different ways for those reasons. But I'm thinking like to the cookout, which is the alliance we all want to make it truly to the end. We want a cookout member to win this season. We just do. It doesn't matter who's even runner up, but I want someone from the cookout to win, apart from Derek F. So to the cookout, their biggest threat right now is Christian, I think, is the comp wins. And that's strictly that. You can be a good strategic player, but if you're not winning the comps, you don't have the power to physically put those two people up on the block. And right now, Christian can win and put two cookouts on the block easily. He could do it, especially if he gets, a little birdie in his ear, aka Tiffany. He could do that. So I think right now Christian is the bigger threat of the two.
I would agree. Alyssa, as she does have a more game sense than Christian does, I do feel that she hasn't proven to be capable of getting any power herself in the game. And she does get a little bit of HOH-itis when it's not even her HOH. So with that, I don't know how great she would be if she did have some power, and if she would use it as an opportunity to really plan out her game and build some good alliances. So I'm not sure she'd be great with power. And it doesn't seem like she can win power yet. So with that being said, you can't really make big moves in this game unless you really do have some power. And Christian seems to be capable of getting it often. So just comparatively, I think that Christian is in a better position to do better in the game, and take out people that are on your side. So yeah, he's more of a threat to me.
Okay, yeah, I see that.
So, hi Jazz. So, the other members of the Kings are eligible to play veto, even though they are safe. Why not Claire? Wait, why? Well, the other members of the Kings are eligible to play veto, even though they're safe. Why not Claire? Claire's not in the Kings.
Yeah, she's not in the Kings. Wait. Claire's in the Queens. Okay. Let me just try and read this again. Maybe I'm not
who is playing veto?
Yeah. So veto was Claire, Derek X, and Asa.
I think so.
Claire. Yeah. I was related to what? Oh, okay. Jess said it was an old comment and it was related to something we were talking about before. But Asa, Claire, and Derek X were the three that were picked for veto, along with the nominees, Whitney and Hannah and HOH. So those six are the ones that competed in.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay, Doris wants to know, is there any chance that Whitney or someone else will turn the votes and Hannah will go out? Oh, Josh, I just saw your latest fashion. Perhaps Alyssa will feature it on her line. Yes.
Dolores, it's actually, I'll just break the news. I modeled for an underwear brand that is really booming in the gay community, really, right now. A lot of the gay male porn stars are wearing this underwear brand, so I feel kind of fabulous now. So I was asked to be a plus-size model for the brand because I am friends with the man who created it. So we were having a blast, and I did something for body positivity and being a plus size guy. I was like, I am here. Let's do this. So I went and did it. And it was so much fun. I loved it. So.
Model. Okay, but she wants to know also, is there any chance that Whitney or somebody else could switch the vote? So I don't think that it actually is possible to switch the vote. Unless you get Tiffany to do it, and I don't think Tiffany's going to do it, and I don't think any of the cookout will allow Hannah to go. So
I don't see Hannah going. The cookout's going to protect her now, so I don't see that. There is no way Hannah goes.
She has the cookout and Derek X, and I think that's enough. That's 6 people right there.
Even if it was Hannah versus Asa, I think Hannah would still stay.
Agreed. Hi all, I came from Love Island and stayed for BB. Yes, first time watching both shows and love your recaps. Yes, Victoria, thank you so much.
Check out Couch Potato Queens as well. Yay, love it.
Is this the first time so it's the first time you watched Big Brother? Have you been watching the full season? How do you feel as a first time viewer? This is the first time that there's been almost more than 50% of the cast being of color. And so this has definitely been a very different season, and it's been great so far for us that are super fans. So we would love to hear how you feel, Victoria, as a new fan, how you think this season is going. That's awesome.
Yeah, I love with the diversity. Like, okay, have you gotten the vibe in like old season, Chantele, that like the person of color was labeled as the person of color in the past? Like you had this person, that's what they were labeled as, instead of like the strategist. That's what they used to do with casting, which is horrible that they used to do that. And now you have like the strategist. Tiffany's a strategist. You have Kylan, who's like kind of like the charmer. Like it's like they're getting good. They're getting like almost like non how do you know what I'm trying to say, right?
They're having more diversity, and in that people are not just their skin color. They get to actually have a personality, and that they're not just playing for to fit a mold. They get to actually be their own personality. And there's seeing that there's multiple types of Black people in the world. There's not just any of the stereotypes of a particular Black person, whether it's like what I'm always they try to cast me as, like the finger wagging Black woman, or you know what I mean? So it's just they are breaking the mold of the tropes of people of color, and they're allowing them to actually represent like different character archetypes than just their skin color. So yeah, I definitely love that this season is allowing us to see many different types of people that have similar skin tones,
Exactly. And that's what I really like. And the reason I brought that up is you were talking about this on the feeds, but then the last few days, I think it was like Derek F, and I think Tiffany was there, and I think Xavier, like the three of them. It was like a group of people were sitting there, and they were talking about how like you're like this type of personality, and you're this type of personality, and how they've come full circle on that. So I just thought that was really interesting, and I love that. So
yeah, Jess, like that's what I heard, that it was like you had to roll the ball and then grab and catch it. So not bowling, but a rolling, run and catch the ball. Okay, so VP, this is terrifying to me, but it's very possible. Josh's point. There's a chance that Final Two could be Derek F and Claire, with Derek F winning the season. And it's true, because you would have all the cookout that would be voting for him in the jury.
Would vote for Derek F over she would. For that purpose, and I'd be okay with it.
I wouldn't be okay with it because I really don't like Derek F's game.
No, he hasn't been playing the game. He doesn't even know how to cast an eviction vote. He doesn't even know what Big Brother is.
So yeah, I just think that it's that would just be the worst timeline ever. Okay, I think the thing on comp is the ramp with throwing the ball back and forth while running to get to a goal number competition. Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so do we know who is exactly the showmance next week? Targeting the showmance next week.
Okay.
Maybe the Jokers.
I really do not know who truthfully would be targeting them. I have no idea who would. I really don't know, because maybe the Jokers, but that's it, because I don't think Tiffany wants to target them. I don't think the Queens definitely are not targeting them. The Queens want to target like Sarah Beth next week, apart from Kylan. Claire and Tiffany want to.
Tiffany's not going to do it, but she's going to be like, get somebody else to probably.
Yeah, I don't think that right now, Alyssa and Christian are like sitting pretty till jury. I really think so.
Yeah. See, Dolores is like 62% of the comps. Christian has one. Yeah. Like that's scary. Scary.
It's really scary.
I don't know if they'll realize it before it's too late. They have to, like, the Jokers have to take a shot. It's just, are the Jokers going to win? I don't know. I don't know.
I think the first chance after jury that Christian doesn't win HOH or veto, he's going to go home.
He better.
Yeah.
Hi, Jocelyn. Thanks for joining.
Hi, Jocelyn.
I hope so. I mean, not that I want him to go, but like, I can't just let a comp beast get to the end. Like, it's not the game. I want the strategists to win. I want the people that played the game.
We want Tiffany to win. Tiffany is playing the best game right now.
Because I don't fully think that you need to win competitions to be the best player in the game. But if you get to the end because you won competitions, you deserve to win the game. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's just like, get him out, because like him winning his way to the end gives him a lot of clout, even though I don't fully respect that game way as much as I do for someone that gets to the end without winning. But I have to respect, I have to honor it. Like I'd have to probably vote for it.
I feel like old school Big Brother is very not winning comps and becoming the main person that gets to the end. Like Dr. Will never won comps. Danielle Reyes didn't win an HOH until Final Four. So like in season 3. So it's possible to not win comps and be able to strategize your way to the end, which Tiffany hasn't won anything yet, but she knows how to get into people's heads. We saw this with Brent, okay? The week before Brent got evicted in week 2, Brent was sitting pretty in the house. He was fooling everybody in the house. And then Tiffany, this has been talked about. Tiffany got into people's heads and was like, look at him. Look at Brent. He's scary. She put it into people's heads. And by week 3, halfway into week 2, everybody wanted Brent gone for the next week.
So King Cash says Sarah Beth wants Hannah out because they're basically playing the same game. Okay, but like, why wouldn't you want to work together? You know what I mean? Like, Hannah, I don't think is playing as great a game as she's getting credit for. Like, she's a few steps behind, I would say. Last week, she wasn't planning on winning the head of household because she thought she was safe for the next 2 weeks, and then she's up on the block. So whatever game Hannah thought she was playing, she's not playing it as well as she thought she was playing it. Mm-hmm. And so the fact that Sarah Beth is giving her so much credit for some like amazing game that she's playing, I don't think that it's warranted. I don't think that Sarah Beth, that Hannah is playing that great of a game. It's okay. Mm-hmm. She has game knowledge. She's familiar with Big Brother, but I'm not scared of Hannah. You know what I mean?
I'm not scared of Hannah either. Hannah's playing for like 5th or 6th place, 7th place, something like that.
Hi, Natalie. So what's with all this Christian hate and this Derek X versus Whitney drama? What's the Christian hate? Yeah. For us?
What's all the Christian in this Derek X versus Whitney drama? I don't hate Christian. I don't hate Christian at all. I actually really like Christian. I just think he's a threat right now to the cookout. That's what I was going for, if that's what this is about. But
I don't hate Christian. I don't hate anybody in this game. Maybe I don't really care for Derek F.
Yeah.
Everybody else is. I don't really care for Whitney with her comment about Derek X last week. And it's like I don't think I really liked Whitney that much. But everybody else, I'm fine with. Like
it's Whitney and Derek F are like the only two where I'm like. Like what?
And I'm annoyed with Hannah. I'm sorry, and was Azza. I'm annoyed with her.
I'm disappointed in Azza, but I've heard, I don't know specific because I haven't watched in the last couple hours, but I'm hearing that this week Azza's really starting to get into the game now. I've heard that Azza's kind of making a little bit of a change. But I don't know how much truth there is to that. I've just been reading on Twitter that Azza's been changing it up and starting to strategize now. But.
Well, somebody was saying, I forget who I was listening to, but they were saying that Azza and Tiffany's relationship is actually like a family with Hannah. And so Hannah's like the little sister, Azza's the middle sister, and Tiffany's the older sister. And the older and the younger sister get along a little bit better because like the younger sister will listen to the older sister, but the middle sister is a little more defiant and she wants to be like, do her own thing and doesn't really want to listen to either the older or the younger sister. Mm-hmm. And so that's kind of how they're like, looking at Azza, Tiffany, and Hannah relationship within the cookout, which I thought was cute.
Yeah. For sure. And I think it is cute with the 3. You know what I mean? It's like they're like the Brady Bunch girls. You know what I mean? You have your Marsha, exactly. Your Jan, and your Cindy. But I mean, no one wants to be Jan. But still, Azza's kind of like...
Azza's kind of Jan.
Azza is the Jan. She is the Jan.
She's kind of annoying.
I can see Tiffany looking at her and being like, but Azza, you don't have any friends.
right? And
Oh, that is so
you know,
true. Now that I said that, I'm like, oh my god, Asa is the Jan. Oh, dead. Oh, living. That was funny.
I wouldn't be surprised if Sarah Beth is jealous, because a lot of people, because Hannah just has a lot of confidence without like trying very hard, and
Yeah.
so people do find that intimidating. So I could see Sarah Beth just seeing like her feeling confident in the game and being very likable and just being a little bit jealous of that. I could see that.
Oh, definitely. It's definitely jealousy.
I said this yesterday. I don't know if I said it online or not, but I said it to, I think, Sarah from Nerdtainment. I would like to have the food comps where we voted like for hickory sticks and Twizzlers for the week. Like,
Yeah.
I like that.
Churros and chives or something. I remember that was one.
Give it. I loved it. Rice Krispie squares and I don't know.
Rice. I don't know.
But it was fun to like that they at least got something else to like add to their slop recipes, you know?
Yeah.
I agree with you, Caitlin. I'm with you. I miss it too. Sarah B is acting like Hannah stole her boyfriend or her girlfriend keyed her car and wrote a 90s diss track about her. Like, dang, girl, chill.
Oh, who is Victoria? I love her.
Victoria, you are winning. I want someone to write a 90s diss track about like
Victoria, I want to write a 90s
Sarah Beth.
love track and send it to you because you seem like so much fun. Okay.
Hilarious. No, in the Love Island, Victoria is very, very funny in the Love Island chat too.
Join ours, Victoria. Come see us too. I would love to have you.
Hanella C. Someone was trying to make this work, but people are like, it's only Janella C. Like Hannah LSC doesn't really work.
I mean, Hannah could end up being a Janelle. I mean, she hasn't shown it yet, but
She's throwing everything. Well, I don't want people to throw anything anymore because like
challenges.
And you know what's also really frustrating is that this season has been far from boring. And people are calling it boring because the episodes are just, they put it into very predictable, this and this and this happens, and this and this and this happens, and like, oh, unanimous vote, easy. But like there's so much work that's going on to make it happen that they're not showing in the episode. So I feel like the editors are not doing all the strategy that's going on behind the scenes any justice.
That's a really good point you just brought up, because I feel like you kind of have to watch the feeds to enjoy the season this season. Like there's so much going on. It's like I feel like you need to at least be on Twitter or like be on social media following it. Like, and I've noticed that with a lot of past seasons, apart from last season's trash season 22. Let's just forget that one. But usually with the seasons, you have new school Big Brother. You need to watch the live feeds because they don't show like any of it in the episode. They just show like the summary of what happened with like some made up plot that they want to put together. If you really want to see what goes down and get into all the drama, you got to watch the live feeds. You got to.
Yeah, and I guess like I'm also very biased because I've watched live feeds since season. I don't know if I could find them in season 1, but I told you about season 2. I started watching the live feeds. So I've only really enjoyed the show ever with the live feeds. And then there was a couple years when I wasn't able to get them anymore, but that I just like read updates and stuff like that. I started watching like Morty's does Big Brother updates. And so I'd read that and I'd read Jokers. And so I still would know what was going on. But I personally can't enjoy the show only for the episodes. Like I want to know what's happening. I want to know why things are happening. I don't want to be spoon-fed whatever story that the producers think is most interesting. Like I know I want to see like they haven't been showing Tiffany how much work she's putting into each week. Like they haven't shown any of that. So I would like people to start watching the feeds more. Hopefully it'll maybe start something by having the head of household comp live this week on the Paramount Plus. So it will maybe get some people to come on to the dark side. Come on, watch the feeds with us. Get involved. I mean, the feeds, like Big Brother feeds, is where the show is. You know, the Big Brother community is so feeders.
Oh, it totally is. It's all about the live feeds with Big Brother. And like the thing is with Survivor, it's different. Big Brother and Survivor are very different. And I think a lot of Survivor casuals go to Big Brother because they have similarities and don't realize Big Brother has this whole thing about it where you can watch it live, and you should be.
Quay, is this a real thing, Linda? I heard that there might be a winter BB.
They've done, okay, so
The
obviously,
winter BB was the worst season that they've ever had.
no, it wasn't the worst season they've ever had.
9? That was 9.
9 was bad, but
That
it
was
had
the worst season, I thought.
worst season was last season. I'm sorry.
But it wasn't like that bad though. Like I liked seeing Janelle on it. I liked seeing like even the hope that we're gonna get a good season until like they were all gone.
I'd rank 9 if I did a ranking. It's in my bottom like 3 or 4. It's not a good season. But with that said, there have been worse seasons in the last like 5 years than I'd say season 9, in my opinion.
But fair. I mean, okay. So what do you think is worse than 9? So you say 22.
22. I put 19, easily one of the worst seasons of Big Brother ever.
But we're still rooting for like Jessica and like to like make some moves and stuff like that. I mean, like I just remember like at that point when like I hated 9 so much that I haven't even gone back to watch it. There's no real redeeming moments. I remember the first guy and girl pair that I really wanted to win. They were out first, and I was like, "Oh, okay, that sucks." And then
Parker and Jen. Are you talking
about? No, maybe Alex. No, it was Alex who I thought was
Alex
cute.
and Amanda.
I don't remember who Amanda is. I remember Alex. I don't remember who Amanda was.
Amanda, she was the drama that season. Amanda was the one that got into fights with everybody. It wasn't fun, but yeah. Season 9 was good because of Sheila. Sheila was iconic. Okay, so she was like this 40-something-year-old mom, ex-model, and she was just a hot mess. It was kind of like a forgotten Rennie before Rennie was on. Sheila was everything. She was having like full-on meltdowns like every day. So much fun. I loved Sheila.
No, I mean I don't remember liking any part of that season. But anyways, so you've heard, Linda, that there's going to be a winter BB. Where did you hear this intel? I would like to hear more. Is that just a hope, or is there any legitimacy in that? Because I don't know if I'm interested, because is it going to overlap with BB Canada, and I can't be doing like having 2 overlap. That would just drive me crazy.
Maybe they do another celebrity, like a short month-long one. Could be something. And that wouldn't interfere with BB Can, because BB Can starts in March, doesn't it?
Yeah, so you might be able to get through a whole season from, even if it was long, if he started in January and went to March. But overlapping, like that sucks. I don't know. I don't think it works, because I think one of the reasons why 9 didn't work is because I like watching Big Brother in the summer. It was always my summer, show. There's nothing on in the summer, so I'm going to watch Big Brother. And so in the winter, there's just tons of stuff on, and I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to have that commitment to Big Brother in the winter.
Yeah. I agree. I have a random question, actually. Once you do this, then I have a random question for you.
No, go ahead.
Okay, so before Big Brother Canada, wasn't there another Big Brother show on before that it was like a different name or something?
Before Big Brother Canada?
Back in the day, before Big Brother Canada, there was another, I think it was like a Loft something.
Lofters. It was where Arista Cox was on it.
And it was a reality TV show?
Lofters, yeah.
Oh, okay. And then
it was like they filmed them all day, every day, and within being filmed, they had to like put on TV shows and like broadcast certain shows, but they were filmed all day, every day. I don't know if they could go home or not, or they had to spend certain times in the house or whatever. I can't remember exactly all the rules, but yes, there was a show called The Lofters around I don't know if it was before or after Big Brother started, season 1.
Yeah, Camille, that's called Loft Story is what it's called.
I don't know what Loft Story is, but Lofters was a Canadian show that Arista Cox was on. That was, I don't know what Loft Story is.
Yeah, I think Loft Story was like it may have been a French-Canadian one.
Oh, in Quebec, there was, maybe that's where it was.
Yeah. It was like the French-Canadian version. Because I don't know how Canada works, but is the French, is it all like one, or is like French Canada probably has specific shows that are like in French? You know what I mean? Or
no, well, Quebec programming is in Quebec, and everything will be in French.
Got it. Okay.
There we go. It's a different province. It's kind of like if everybody in New York spoke French and all programming in there would be French. There could be some English programming, but French has to be first. On all of their packaging, French has to be 30% larger than English packaging in Quebec. You have to address somebody in French before you address them in English if you're working, say, at a retail store. So it's the primary language in Quebec.
In Quebec, got it. That makes sense. I knew that, but I didn't fully know, so I was just wondering on that. So that's cool.
So Love Story is a Quebec TV series. Yeah.
Yes, there we go.
But what was your point about it?
No, I was wondering if there was. I remember that's what it was. I remember there was like a Big Brother before BB Can in Canada. I remember there was something old school, and I remember hearing, but I forgot the name. And
it's from 2003. It has 6 seasons.
Yes, that's it. It's the old school one.
But Lofters was before that, and that was in Ontario with people across Canada. I actually auditioned. I remember it was for U8 TV. That's right. I auditioned. I remember seeing Arissa in the audition, because was it at our school? I don't remember where it was, but yes, I definitely auditioned for Lofters. And what year was that? That was 2001.
All right, there we go. There it is.
So yeah, maybe I should check out Loft Stories, but because I speak French, so I should go check it out.
Yeah, that's cool. I want to speak French. I don't want to.
Do you speak Spanish at least?
No, I'm so bad with languages. I need to learn another language. I probably should, because I've heard if you're bilingual, it's such a good thing to have, is to be able to be bilingual. But I should learn something. Maybe, I don't know.
I don't think I'm not bilingual anymore, but I did live in Quebec for 8 years. So
yeah, you lived in Montreal, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Exactly. Heather's hanging out with us. Hi, Heather.
Hi, Heather.
Oops. Okay, so I love Hannah, but Sarah Beth isn't wrong. Hannah is smart and has a lot of connections. Thinking strictly of Sarah Beth's game, getting rid of Hannah wouldn't be a bad idea for Christian's game. He should keep Hannah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, but I guess I'm not seeing Sarah Beth's game. I just don't know. Okay, you're going to target Hannah, but what's your game? Why is that the best move for your game right now? How is that setting you up for a better, and she's not making any new alliances. She just kind of has the kings protecting her. Jackpot, which she doesn't even realize is not really a thing anymore, because she went and told Kyland about it. And so they're kind of like, Sarah Beth isn't someone to be trusted. And now Tiffany wants her out. And so the fact that she's not even seeing this coming, that's a problem, I think.
Sarah Beth could easily be the next one evicted. If Tiffany wants you gone, you're going home so far this season. So Sarah Beth better win HOH next week, girl. She's going home next week.
Could be.
Yeah.
Oh, tu parles français aussi? Aw. Pourquoi tu parles français?
Yes! That French.
Oh. Une autre personne qui parle français aussi. OK, j'entends, moi aussi, je parle français. Et c'est pas si cool au Québec avec la loi 92. OK, yes. Non, pour moi, c'était 2011 que j'habitais à Montréal.
I feel like French is such a sexy language.
Tu penses?
I want a man just to speak French to me.
I dated a guy that was from France, du France, Chantele, ça va, and he was really sexy. I prefer the French accent way better than Quebecois. Sorry, Cabs. It's so much sexier, I think. But okay. Yeah, French is pretty good. I like Spanish better. I like Latin languages better. And hablo un poquito de español. Estudio en universidad, and yeah. So.
So funny.
Ooh. Okay, these 2 townships. Nice.
Love that.
Okay. Yes. Bilingual podcast.
Bilingual podcast. Let's go. I mean, I can do some Hebrew.
Okay, I can say in Hebrew. I can say Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. I have to sing it.
It's
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Sorry, Betty. I can't remember properly, but I went to more bat mitzvahs and birthday parties growing up, so I remember.
I mean, you grew up in Toronto. That doesn't surprise me. I mean, they had Passover on BB Canada one year, didn't they? Like Rochelle did it. I remember. I'm like, they don't like. I feel like the Jewish thing is bigger even in Canada than it is in the U.S. There's so many Jews in Toronto. It's so funny.
Learn French. I actually want to get my French better because one of the places I want to live in the world is I want to live in Paris. Oh my God, I love Paris so much.
I would love to go to Paris.
Oh, Paris is it's just my town. It's my city. It's just like,
I love that.
It's so like snobby, but like cool, and just like it's so French that it's just like I love it. So I want to live in Paris.
And I'm kind of just jealous now. Now I need to learn French. I want to learn French so I can speak to you in it.
I always thought that I was going to marry someone Jewish and that I would have to convert. I would convert, just so you guys know.
You would? Okay, well, I'll find you a Jewish man. I know a few of them that are fair.
I would convert.
Hey,
I definitely want to have a last name, like a really good Jewish last name. That would be like my dream.
So you want to hear?
Like my last name is like Gold or something, you know?
I'll just say this. This is some funny story. I'll say this in front of our streamers. But there was this guy that I was kind of dating last year who was an Orthodox Jew, like super religious Jew. Okay, so you know like the different sects of Judaism. He was like at like the top, follow all the rules, and I was like, I'll give it a try. And for reasons which I'll tell you off air, wasn't a good match. I wasn't into him. There were some reasons. And then a year later, me and my roommate find on Facebook that he is now engaged to a woman. And we're like, does she know a year ago that he was dating guys? I don't know. So, yeah.
Maybe.
Pansexual bi, he could be, but I don't think he is.
Wow. Okay. Well, hopefully his wife knows. But
He does.
Hopefully. It could be a big surprise. Speaking of Orthodox Jews, there's a show on Netflix that maybe you want to review with me, which is My Unorthodox Life, which is a woman that was an Orthodox Jew that left that sect of the religion.
Yeah.
And I believe she became a fashion designer in New York. I think that's the story. And so it's like seeing her like switch out a world. So I've been considering covering it. And it would be great to have like a Jewish perspective on there.
Oh, I would love to do that. Yeah. Is it a reality show or is it like an actual?
Yeah, reality. Like
I would love
Netflix.
to do that. That would be fun. I was never an Orthodox Jew, though. I'm a Reform Jew, which is like the bottom level.
I believe. But I definitely I've worked before doing like some like catering stuff years ago for an Orthodox Jew and like Jewish family, and like because like on Fridays they'd have like this huge dinner, like not just like your close like two of your close friends whatever. It's like it would be like 30 people that the wife would make all this food for, and like I just remember like there was so many things that were going on. So I would have to learn a little bit more about the Orthodox Jewish religion, but you probably know a little bit more than me, so it would just give me some credibility.
Everything. I know what they can and cannot eat, so it's all good.
Can and cannot eat, and like even like observing no electronics and stuff like that. Like there's like a lot of other little nuances that I didn't know about.
They can't
Fridays, no.
So yeah, you can't mix milk and meat. You can't eat any pig products and no shellfish. Those are like the big rules. Milk and meat, you can't mix it all. Like they have different kitchens, for a milk kitchen and a meat kitchen. So like a kosher, like that type thing. So you can't mix it. So like they've never had cheeseburgers. They don't know what bacon tastes like. I don't know. It's hard. I don't know about bacon. Okay. But that's one thing. And then Saturday is like the day of rest. So when you're really observant, you're not supposed to cook at all. So they leave the stove on like low, and they do like an overnight like crock pot type thing. It's like a stew.
Interesting. I'm gonna learn more.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to Big Brother. So okay. So endurance is on Thursday. What kind of comp will it be? The wall, they hang onto a rope while standing on a disc one, or the Vine one from BB21. I think they're going to do one like a wall comp where people will be able to more easily strategize. That's would be my guess. Maybe like a moving wall back and forth and like hanging on and maybe throwing water at them kind of thing.
Yep.
That's
Exactly.
what I think. What kind of wall comp do you think it's going to be?
I think we're going to get the regular wall comp. Well, we might not, though, because if you don't recall, in season 21, they had that, like, really hard, like, they had to hold on to those monkey bar things. Yeah, the ropes. I think we're going to get one of those. I don't think we're going to get, like, the physical wall comp, but we're going to get an endurance challenge. We're going to get something weird that's endurance.
I think it's going to be a wall over the rope just because, if they're going to be allowing us to watch it, I think that they would want to have, like, it be able to be set up that they can have good camera.
Yeah, they'll do that. Yeah, you're right. They'll do the physical wall.
No, I don't know if I'm right, but that's why I think that they'll do something where it will be very easy to watch the competition on Paramount Plus.
Yeah, I agree.
Victoria, I'm a flight attendant. Well, I was a flight attendant as well for the last 7 years. And when she's in layover in Paris, I try to learn a few words and phrases each time, hoping Brent didn't give us all a bad name. Hey, man, I'm a flight attendant as well. We didn't really go over to Europe very often. We did mostly the Caribbean and like it was more vacation spots out of Canada. But I was a flight attendant as well. And I'm actually... maybe I'll pick your brain one of these days because I'm writing a TV series right now called Flight Life about mine and all of my peers' experience as a flight attendant. And so I'm in a program right now, like a Sundance collab script writing program where in the next 6 weeks I'll be finishing my pilot for Flight Life. So if you ever have any good stories to tell me, I am always here to listen because I'm obsessed with flight attendant stories. My friend Karen, she was a flight attendant for Emirates, and so she's told me insane stories. Like first off, one of the things about her too is she's my friend. Yeah, I've told some stories. Yes. There's some stories.
Here's the glass. All you have to say is the glass, and we're good. Glass and purse. That's all.
Yes. So Victoria, please, like, know that Brent didn't give us a bad name because both you and I are flight attendants, and we supersede any bad rap that Brent Champagne could have given us.
And also, Miss Bailey was a flight attendant as well, and I think she did everyone justice. She's great. I love Bailey. So.
Yes, Bailey was one too. I wonder what airline she worked for. I don't know. Sarah Beth is going to be trouble next week, I think, because all the other teams are saying King has to go, and Tiffany has said Sarah Beth is not good. Yeah, she's going to need to win something, I think.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's just driving kosher.orthodox. True. But
yeah, I was.
With Orthodox, I believe part of what they practice is not showing their hair. And so the women.
Many different rules. It's it goes to everything like keeping Shabbos. There's the food, as I was saying. There's the women hide their hair, so a lot of women wear wigs. They need to cover themselves completely. So like you'll usually see Orthodox women that they're covered. Like here, if you go to an Orthodox Jewish wedding, the women are completely covered. There's no skin being shown. They save their showing themselves for their husbands. That's how it is. So
that's very fascinating. Okay, Victoria thinks they really should dump Whitney before the endurance challenge. The way all girls stay in the gym, she beats the comp. You think Whitney would beat the comp? I don't know. She's a little bit, usually the people that win that comps are shorter and petite. And she's not that petite. I don't know how tall she is, but if it's a wall comp, she might not be able to get that comfortable. And I don't know if she has upper body strength to hold herself up with the rope. So I actually don't know if Whitney would be that.
Who I think could win this is Alyssa.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is definitely a type of comp that she could win.
Yeah.
She's tiny and she can hold herself up, I'm sure.
Yep. I think this is Alyssa's comp. I don't want.
So how do you think Derek Flop will mess up this eviction vote this week? So far we have I cast evict, I sadly to evict, and I sadly to evote.
I evote blank.
I evoke sadly.
I vote sadly to cast Whitney.
It's we love a good tangent as well.
We love
Thanks,
a Sunday
BB, for
tangent.
humoring us here. Okay, who do we see winning the endurance? We kind of just mentioned it, but Alyssa is probably a good so. 3 weeks in a row, are the Kings going to be safe? Wow, very
No,
possible.
I think next week teams are over. I think it was only the first 4
But
weeks.
Alyssa's not going to put up a king.
But Sarah, I mean, we'll see. Tiffany.
I don't think
Tiffany
she
does
would.
that talking. You never
It's
know.
not a good idea to put up a king if you're a king.
Yeah.
Like you still want to keep your 4 kings intact if you can.
Yeah.
Other people might be like, oh, we're free to nominate anybody, but I don't think it's in her best interest to get rid of somebody that's on her side that I don't think would go for her, not right now anyways.
Oh yeah, maybe Hannah will win. I can see Hannah winning.
So Josh, I'm Canadian. I don't know French. No, you're not old as dirt. Stop that. It wasn't mandatory in school like it is now. I mean, I had to take it up until grade 10, but then I took it all the way through, and then I moved to Montreal.
Okay.
What else we got going on here? Okay, these targets changes this season. It's honestly making me nervous on the season, is how the season's going to go. Yeah, I don't know how the season's going to go. I do think that Whitney will go this week because she's like, it's okay. I get it. Like, I want to see my kids. If I'm going to go, I want to go before jury so like I can see my kids more quickly. It's okay if I go. It's okay. I'm okay with going. And I'm like, if you're okay with going, I'm okay with sending you out the door.
Hasta la vista.
Bye.
Peace.
Worst. That's the worst. Girl, these days I have nothing but stories in my jump seat, eating popcorn, looking at all the folks like,
oh my God, I love her.
Oh my God. Emergency, bend down, stay down.
I'm so excited for you to come watch our shows. You seem like so much fun.
Yay. Oh my God. I love flight attendants just because it's like a secret society that people just don't understand. And like the people that are on planes you just can't even believe that they exist in real life. You're just like, where'd you come from?
You guys watch like Flight Attendant on HBO Max?
Yes, I've seen the whole thing.
Iconic.
It's definitely not like what it's like, but it was a great story.
It was so
and there's a season 2. My best friend auditioned for a role for season 2.
Oh, I want to see it.
Yes.
Thank you, Tracy.
Yeah. Okay. Which have the best chance to win endurance? Tiffany? I don't think so. Alyssa? I do think so. Hannah? Maybe. Derek X? Maybe. Kyle and Xavier?
They're gonna throw it. Xavier's gonna throw comps into like final 7.
Derek X is actually somebody that he's very kind of wiry, like thin,
strong,
has stamina. He could be worried of becoming too much of a comp beast and have that narrative, so maybe he'll throw it just to like not look so targetable.
Yeah.
But he has a good chance of winning. But right now, I think him or Alyssa would be who I would peg to win.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. Alyssa or Derek X.
Hi, Jason. So assuming Whit is gone, who would go up if we somehow get a Hannah or Derek X HO8 next week?
Sarah Beth. And Hannah win. Brittany.
I don't know Brittany and Hannah's relationship.
Definitely Sarah Beth. Hannah's coming after Sarah Beth for sure. Sarah Beth is the target next week if Hannah wins. So it's going to depend on who goes up with her. Hannah won't put up anyone in the cookout.
Derek X is not going to put up a former king, I don't think.
I think Derek X can put up Sarah Beth with Tiffany talking to him. Absolutely.
Maybe Sarah Beth and Brittany.
I could see Sarah
Beth and Brittany are probably in the most dangerous position because they're not in the cookout and they're not in the royal flush.
Yeah. Well,
Sarah Beth's in the royal flush, but like she's targeted a public enemy number 1.
Yeah. Sarah Beth and Tiffany.
Did the target not change as often in previous seasons? In the most recent, we'll say 6-7 seasons, it was just kind of a little bit more like the house all voted together. There was a lot of big alliances that made a decision it would stick that way, and there was no real movement. There was no way that the other person that the person that was going to be evicted could get people to sway their vote, because there was always a majority alliance that was ruling everything. So this season, yes, there is a majority alliance, but Tiffany keeps on changing what she thinks is going to be best for her game. And so that's why it's changing more, I would say, than other seasons. Mm-hmm. And I would say that this season, there's more people strategizing. So they're like, well, maybe this is not the best for our game, and kind of talking themselves into another option. So yes, it is more so because there's more people strategizing this season than there has been in the last 6, 7, 8 seasons.
Very true.
Very true. Okay. Let's get to, we're almost done these questions here. Is there anything else about this week so far that you want to share with me, since we've just been kind of chatting?
Right now, the only really big thing right now is Sarah Beth is going to be the target next week. Whitney's kind of set up to go this week. Whitney, it's most likely, is leaving unless something changes last minute. I mean, that veto ceremony hasn't happened yet, and Whitney hasn't, I think, given her plea to Christian yet. So let's see what happens after that, but most likely Whitney's leaving.
Yeah, I believe that. And Whitney's not even going to try to get Christian to use the veto on her, because she's like, I'm okay with going home. So there's not any, there's no real fight there.
You got
I agree. No matter what Whitney says, I'm sure she's leaving. Exactly. You really hope that Hannah wins. I do. I want to see what Hannah will do.
Oh yeah. Hannah definitely. I would love Hannah to win. It would be great. It would be legendary.
Oh, just tell us more. So she had a whole mood change this morning. Is this Hannah? We're talking about what happened with Hannah. Tell me more. Tell me more. Whitney had a whole change this morning.
Okay. Yeah. Whitney.
Well, I mean, she just doesn't want to fight, I think. She doesn't want to fight and lose.
Whitney's thrown in the towel, wants to see her kids, given the whole Frenchie thing. I just want to see my kids. Yeah, whatever.
I'm just annoyed with that narrative. Okay, Sam.
For it.
Of course. I mean, we need to see everybody any super fan I'm always rooting for to go on these shows. I don't think that recruits are that great usually. I think that good recruits this season so far have been Derek X, who is a recruit, I believe, and Christian is a recruit, I believe. So, and I've also heard, I think it was on Taryn this morning, I think he was talking about the fact that Christian made it to finals in Survivor last season, and then he also was almost going to be on Love Island this season around, but he packed his bags for both. So no, and look at Claire, she wasn't cast for this season. She was an alternate. So, you never know. I would say get on the audition if it's your dream to get on the show. It's my dream, so I'm always going to audition.
Me too. I want to do it. I've been wanting to forever. So you'll go on Canada next year, and I'll go on US. There you go.
Oh, okay. Hi, Adrian. So you haven't gotten my opinions on All-Star 6. Who am I rooting for? And how do you feel about the season so far? Okay, this is talking about RuPaul's Drag Race right now. I haven't been that excited about the season, to be honest. I was a big fan of, what's her name? I can't remember right now. She did Shakira and got
Yara Sofia.
Yes, Yara. I was like, Yaya? No, not Yaya. Yara is my favorite. I thought that she was I was always interested in what she was going to bring to the table. So I was disappointed when she left specifically. I think that Sonique is gorgeous, and I like seeing her tricks and her gymnastics that she does. But I didn't think she deserved that win last week. I was like, oh, really? You gave her the win there? I kind of don't know who I even want to win. I don't know. I'm not that high on this season as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's been okay. You should come on one of our Friday night podcasts when we do Drag Race. We do it every Friday night. But
the reason why I don't come is I usually haven't watched it yet. So.
Oh, yeah. It gets released on Thursday. So if you,
I watch at the show, so I don't usually watch it by the time I see it on Friday.
Yeah, we do cover it on our channel every Friday night at 10:15 p.m. Me, Alex, and Sam, we all do it. But yeah, Yara was really good. She did give club face in that performance of Shakira though, and I don't like that. Club face is when you're not giving emotion, you're just looking at the wall and dancing. Like it's like that's what we call it, club face. But yeah, this season's been good. It's been a good all-star season. I like it. I like the new twist that they do. There's been some good lip syncs. It's definitely good though.
It's fine, but it doesn't seem all-star worthy in my opinion. Like it just seems like a regular season. It doesn't seem like they've already been through this process before.
Yeah,
from my opinion. Vivian, yes, that's what I like. My TV show is going to be very salacious about like flight attendants and pilots and crew, and like all different. It's the salacious deep dive, pulling behind the curtain and see what really goes on in flight life. So yes, the rumors are true, definitely. Not for me. Not for me. What else do we have going on here? Okay, so Sandy, I'm calling it now that Alyssa wins endurance, making the king safe once again, and that would shake things up. Yeah, I can see her winning for sure.
Gonna be some drama if she wins.
But yeah, no, we know that the Kings aren't safe because their teams will have absolved, but she's not going to nominate, I don't think, Sarah Beth. I don't think so.
She could get talked in. I feel like she could get manipulated by Tiffany. Because I think Tiffany knows how to manipulate Christian, and Christian can manipulate Alyssa. Tiffany knows what to do.
You're rooting for Kylie and Raja? I mean, they're okay.
I am too, Adrienne, and TKB as well.
I guess, yeah, they're okay. I mean, I'm just like not like, oh my god, yeah. I'm not that excited about what they're gonna do. If I compare it to the UK season, like I was so excited by like every single look that they're gonna bring to the runway and like all their challenges. Like I'm not really that excited by anything so far. I haven't been shocked. I haven't been like wowed. Like it's been good.
Mm-hmm.
Been good. It might. Absolutely. Okay, Whitney's going to say the eviction vote was fake and that she really won if she gets evicted. Really? You think so? I don't know.
Oh, that's funny. I like that, Jason.
Oh, wait, I guess we're not discussing the cuddle, swing and a miss. What happened? Did they more cuddling?
Who was it? Are we talking about Whitney and Xavier?
Oh, like the massaging with lotion?
Yeah, I was talking about the lotion gate. They were talking about it was a conversation between Azah and Tiffany, and they were talking about the lotion. Everyone's been talking about this conversation with Whitney and Azah, where Azah has a crush on Xavier, and Azah's annoyed with Whitney because she's just lotioning up on Xavier and all up on him. Yeah.
Ooh, Alyssa said she'd target Azah. So if she's going to target Azah, she should put Azah next to Brittany.
Would love that because Brittany would be going.
Tiffany and Kai. You think that's who Alyssa would target?
Tiffany and Kai? What? Yes, Mama! I would love that.
What happened? They made you uncomfortable. Was it the striptease?
I wouldn't be uncomfortable. Yes. Oh my goodness, Tiffany is so old, right? Please. Tiffany is stunning. I'm here for it.
Tiffany's younger than me, guys. So
I know.
Come on.
Guys, Tiffany's only like 5 years older than me.
Yeah. Okay, so we kind of touched everything. We kind of went off into a couple of tangents, you know, a little Orthodox Jewishness and a little bit of flight attendantness and a little bit of Drag Race. But do we have anything else we want to talk about this episode before we say goodnight? I will be live later on tonight with Phil to talk about this week's episode. And so if you guys would all want to come and hang out with me there, we'll go live after the episode. I guess it would be, is it episode at 8 or 9? 8, right? 8. So yeah, so at 9:15 we will go live to talk about this wild card and nomination episode. What else do you have to share? Anything, Josh?
Just that we're streaming Couch Potato Queens. If you're not currently following us, please subscribe to our channel. We currently are just around 100 subscribers right now. Once we get to 1,000, we are having a big bash. Chantel's invited. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna do drag. Alex is gonna dress up and rap like Britney. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a blast. But yeah, subscribe to our channel. If you watch The Bachelorette, Alex does Bachelor on Mondays. We all do Drag Race on Fridays. It's so much fun. Our Twitter is Couch Potato Queens. It's Couch Potato QWNC. My personal Twitter is Mendels8, MENDELS8. We also have an Instagram account now, guys. Couch created, which it's Couch Potato QUEENS. And those are our Instagrams, but we go live on Thursdays for evictions right at 9 because everyone goes live on Thursdays. So we like to get on right when the episode ends so we can get there first. And yeah, that's basically it, guys. Subscribe to our channel, love us, and also love this amazing Reality Realness channel too, because Chantele is everything.
Thank you for the endorsement here, Josh. Victoria, I know I will not be going live with Love Island until tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern with Tamika. 2 p.m. Eastern for Love Island UK. And then, yeah, I'll let you know like how the rest of the schedule for this week will go for Love Island, but I'll be watching it and I might tweet about it maybe. You can tweet at me if you want. And if you guys haven't done so already, it would be lovely if you subscribe to a little bit of Reality Realness. You know, we're just trying to build this community. We love chatting with all of you. Thank you guys. Thanks. You guys are awesome. Putting it in the chat there. Thank you, Antharella. Wait, so I do want to know though, before hold on, let me move this around. Oopsie daisy. But my question is though, so there was a striptease last night at 2 a.m. Eastern?
It was a cuddle session, I think, between... Was it a cuddle or a striptease?
Sorry, the striptease I just said striptease because I was picturing the striptease I saw a clip from. Okay. That's completely different. So whatever that made Heather uncomfy.
It would have been 2 a.m. between Kyland and Tiffany. I am immediately excited to watch it. I'm going to go back in my feeds and watch it. So let's go.
Okay, so I'm totally going to go back and watch it because I want to see what made Heather uncomfy. Definitely subscribe to both of our channels. We come live every Sunday at about 4 p.m. Eastern just to chat for the week with what's going on in Big Brother live feeds, what we think is going to be happening with with the season, etc. And we just really engage and talk to you guys. So it's just kind of like a hangout free for all. Hopefully one of the weekends coming up that Alex will be able to join us before Sarah Beth is evicted from the game. We can get some more of her impersonations, which would be awesome. Oh no, it was spooning. It was tight spooning.
So tight I could break the spoon.
Okay, tight spooning. I'm on the hunt for some tight spooning tonight. Thank you so much, everybody in the chat. As I said, we love chatting with you. We love hearing about Tiffany and Kylan cuddling. Let's go get it. I'm going to go watch it right now. Thanks, everybody.